Hey everybody, and welcome back to Sponge's Tech Tips. I'm Sponge, hello. Beautiful up here. Washington State, middle of June. It's blue skies, some patchy clouds. It's about 77, 78 degrees. Honestly, it's a little hot for me. Some of you guys out there in hotter climates would laugh, but I don't really like the heat. I like the overcast days, so. Let's see. We are working on a 2021 Subaru Crosstrek. Funny situation. I think that this car may have gotten repossessed, and while it was being repossessed, I think the owner or the buyer decided to get angry and smash out all the windows because the let's see, the windshield's smashed. It looks like somebody hit it. Back windows smashed in. Sunroof smashed in. Stereo smashed in. Definitely a lot of vandalism on it, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. But so let's just double check our production date. We are 8 of 20, making it very early 21. Right, let's see if there it is. And today we are going to do a quick tech tip on how to remove the sunroof. The sunroof glass, I should say. Just an FYI, we purchased a whole new sunroof, and there's a reason why. Technically, there's a chance, here's the new sunroof. There's a chance that we only need the glass, but if somebody's tried to operate the sunroof with the broken glass in there, there's a very good chance that they could have damaged the track systems. There may be some more broken stuff in there, and we don't know until after I get it out. So we just purchased the whole sunroof. It wasn't that much more than just the glass. If we do have to put the whole sunroof in, it's going to be a much more entailed job. That might be a different tech tip, but right now we're just going to go over removing the glass. So this is anybody who's replacing their glass, or if you need to remove it for any sort of maintenance or repair, if you want to remove it to clean any debris or and vacuum it out, or if you need to, anything. I don't know why you would want to pull that out other than to replace it, but I've done it lots of times for different reasons too, so you figure it out. So tools you're going to need, T25, that's your Torx head. Just a straight driver is fine. You can use a bit. I like to use hand tools. I don't like to use power tools, any sort of drill driver or anything like that. It's just a little overkill. I do recommend, if you're dealing with a broken sunroof like we are, and you're not comfortable with working around glass, I do recommend that you wear gloves, and I also recommend that you wear some sort of eye protection. Another tool that you're going to need, we're not going to get to that point, but if you're doing the broken glass, you're going to need a shop vac. Make sure that it is something that is able to suck up little shards of glass without damaging anything. So, all right, so first thing we're going to do with the vehicle running, we're going to just open up the manual sunshade, get that out of our way. This is where you got to start being careful. If you're interested, you can clean up the glass first. We used a shop vac. Let me jump out. I used a shop vac, and I just vacuumed up all the broken glass that I could possibly get. I didn't want to make too big of a mess, so I left some of the surround, and that should come out with it. I'm sure a few pieces will fall, but I got out what I could, so when I open this, nothing will fall, and I also want to minimize what falls into the tracks. So the first thing we're going to do, you've got to go up, so go into the tilt motion, don't go back. So going to tilt that up. I don't know if you heard that. I can already hear there's some glass in the track just by the noise it made. You've got a boot a rubber boot, one on each side. I've already removed this side just for the sake of speed. This is what the boot looks like when it's out. This is the driver's side, so I recommend setting that on the driver's side so you don't get them confused. And I'll show you how we're going to do it. Now this is where your gloves come into play. Right up here at the top, it's just pressed on. So you want to get behind it either on the back side or the front side, and you're going to slowly slide it away from the metal, flat metal that it's compressed over. You're also going to do the same thing on the bottom. The bottom on this is a little bit tougher. It kind of has a thing that it's hooked around. You can see it right there, but it is flexible. Let's see if we can get the pop free. Again, this is why I recommend using your hands. Come on, pop free. It's not popping. There we go. Okay. Gently pull it out. Try not to bend it. Okay, so that is off. We had a little glass, a couple glass shards come. Okay, so behind that you have two T25 screws. Those are the silver head. Again, I already took off the driver's side, and I loosened these just for the sake of speed. They should be just a little bit more than hand tight. You should be able to break it free by hand. Once you unscrew them, I like to put my finger in there and grab it. More glass fall in there. When I pull them out, I like to set them somewhere where they won't disappear, like the cup holder. Let's do the back one. So that's one. This is two. Now once you remove these, the whole sunroof will kind of slide down a little bit. It'll just dislodge itself. When you put the new one back in, or if you're putting your old one back in, there it goes, you saw it just fall down. You'll align it at that point in time. So again, put it in the cup holder. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I already took those off. Set your tool down, and then you're gonna come up here to the top, grabbing the frame. I don't know how I'm gonna set the phone. I don't have my tripod, so I'll set this right here. Hopefully you guys can see it. See if I can balance it. It's not balancing. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna grab the frame of the sunroof, front and back, and lift it out carefully, trying not to get any more glass to fall. We just set it aside. Sorry that I had to let go of the camera there for a minute. And once we remove it, you want to get up here and do an observation. I can see already I've got glass that's fallen in. These are some big chunks. There's lots of little ones. There's some in the side here. So we will take the shop vac and we will clean all of that out. These are the types that are going to cause problems. The little tiny ones that fall into the guide. Okay? So reinstallation of the sunroof is, of the new sunroof or your same sunroof, is the opposite of what we just did. And then aligning it, what I would do once you have the sunroof in and the 4 screws reattached on the sides, what you want to do is you want to put the sunroof down from the tilt position, and once it's down from the tilt position in the what would be considered the closed position, then you want to loosen it and align it by pushing up with your hand on the inside and feeling the height on the outside. And you want that sunroof to just sit at the roof level or just a tiny bit higher. Remember, your sunroof, if you didn't know, or you knew in the past and forgot. Your sunroof is actually designed for water to go through it. It doesn't want a lot of water, just a little water. So, you know, you just want to get it as even as possible. But you don't want it sitting too high, because if it sits too high, then when you try to retract the sunroof, it won't go down far enough, and it'll hook. As it drops in, it'll hook on this area right here. So that's why you want to have it right at the roof level, or just a tiny bit above it. So, all right, guys, pretty easy one. But if you've never done that before, it can be a little perplexing. Hope that helps you out. Sorry it's really bright out here, but do me a favor. I've been kind of going over my old videos and answering a few questions. I really appreciate all the comments. Please do me a favor, if I've helped you out, if this one helps you out, if you enjoy the videos, hit the subscribe button. I promise you, I'm only doing 1 or 2 videos a week. You don't have to watch them all if they don't apply to what you're working on. Obviously, there's no point in watching it, but that if you subscribe to it, there's a good chance at some point in time I might start getting compensated for doing these videos. Not that that's why I'm doing it, but it's a benefit that I wouldn't argue with, if you know what I mean. So, all right, guys. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please leave comments. I actually love the comments. I'm trying to respond to every single one, and maybe we'll get to a point where there's so many comments I can't respond to them. But right now, I love responding to them, and let me know if there's something else you need me to do. I'll keep my eyes peeled. You can see behind me, we've got a ton more cars to do. So, all right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.